Get him. Real talk with T-Made.
Give us your interpretation of Black Panther, what it meant to you, and what you think it means to Black and African culture, or do you think it will shift like we know movies have been able to do? Like the first Birth of a Nation shifted how white Europeans felt about Black men in America. And then we could turn to other things like how Hitler used media to change the mindset of Germany to turn against Jews. So what do you think about Black Panther and what it could mean to our culture? The movie.
Also, that Black Panther, I thought the movie was okay. 1 to 10, I give it a 6. First, what I liked about it. What I liked was that Marvel did it. Big up to Marvel, Black Power fists go up to Marvel. They spent billions, who knows what they spent, okay? Movie looks great, they didn't cheap out nothing. Everybody was great in the movie, the clothes, all of that was hot. Acting, great. The action, cinematography, it looked just like Captain America, just like the Avengers. It looked like any other movie Marvel putting out. Marvel spent time on Africa. That was hot. That was hot. They showed Africans on some advanced technological craziness and had the young black sister as the head of the science world. That's Marvel, okay? That's white folk back there saying, this is how this is supposed to go. Okay, first let's pick that up, first and foremost. The way black people were depicted in the movie, I think that's a leap forward in Hollywood itself. Marvel saved all of Hollywood. That's what they really did. Okay, don't need me yet. That's first. Now, the acting was cool. I like how Africa was depicted. I think it's an inspiration for young people, but not for scholars. With most movies, the scholarship gets all botched up. Okay, if you study African history now, first of all, let's run through a few things. The Queen Mother that was dressed in white, Angela Bassett, what she had on was ancient. I'm surprised they even showed that in a movie. The thing she had on with the head going back, that's from the Mangbitu tribe. And the Mangbitus, the sign of beauty and royalty was the elongation of the head. At birth, they would take the child's head and squeeze it up when the head was still soft, malleable. They would squeeze it up and it would form the head into a cone. This is ancient. And it would also alter the thinking as well. But it was seen as a sign of beauty and of royalty for thousands of years. While the head was being formed, they would wear what you saw the Queen Mother wearing. That's what they would wear, this Mangbitu crown. So they were saying in the movie that Wakanda is the Mangbitus. Okay, now the Mangbitus were the ones that were fighting. They're in the Congo. This is the Congolese. They Congo people. Okay, the Mangbitu are the ones that united all the tribes together that was running from Belgian imperialism. King Leopold came through Belgium and was he colonized Belgium for the rubber. He was a whole story on how Belgium got rich. Basically colonized Africa, put Congolese Africans in slavery, had them stripping rubber off trees, and if you didn't have the right amount of rubber, they cut your hand off. To this day, you go to Belgium, you could buy chocolate hands as chocolates to this day. I bought a few myself. I was just there 2 years ago. So the Congolese was one of the last people to be colonized by Europeans. The Belgians outlawed the elongation of the head. They outlawed it in 1950. because the people whose heads were elongated, all Africans would kneel when they saw a woman, it was mostly women, that walked by with the long head. Everyone knew what that was through the continent of Africa. Okay. They chose to use her. I was like, that's interesting. Go back, the woman with the elongated head is also Queen Nefertiti. Not this fake Nefertiti you see in the Noise Museum. Right. The one that we all know, the one that we all see. That's not Nefertiti. That's a Mitanni princess, a Syrian princess. Egypt used to marry women from surrounding regions for peace. That's what that was. The real Nefertiti that you see in the tomb walls of Egypt was a jet black woman, sister. And Egyptologists, because of her hips and her shape, they say she's deformed. When you look at Egyptology, what we black men are attracted to, these other Egyptologists are like, no, that's deformity. So they make these figures look like aliens, King Akhenaten and Nefertiti. They make them out to be aliens or this kind of thing. They were the original of the Mengistu. When you go back and look at Nefertiti's daughters, all with the elongated head. Nefertiti, also the elongated head. Tutankhamun's wife, Ankhesenamun, elongated head. This is the sign of royalty. So to have that there and then have advanced technology and all that, I was like, somebody know what time it is. Whoever's writing this might know how far back this thing she has on is. Now, take it another step. Black Panther. Okay. The Black Panther comic book was made when the Black Panthers, the group, the organization was hot. Stan Lee and Marvel was on it in the 60s. They tried to make the Black Panthers into superheroes. Big up to Marvel. Big up Stan Lee. Now, Black Panther's a superhero. Okay? At the end of the movie, what does the Black Panther do? At the end of the movie, he goes back to the hood and he says, I'm going to form an outreach center. Specifically the words outreach center. That's what the Black Panthers in the 60s called their centers. At the end of the movie, he goes back to the hood and he says, I'm going to open up a center here. That was the vision of the Black Panthers of the 60s. They opened up centers all around. It was supposed to elevate to school, science, higher knowledge we were supposed to do for ourselves. Marvel put all that in the film. Now the bad part.
Get 'em. Real talk with T-Made.